Take it away.
All right, whenever you're ready there.
Take it away. You're live.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, welcome back to the Speedway Review. My name is Chris Burns. With me, as always, Stat Boy Cory Huffnagel, Jordan Seco, and the Medium Show, Tori Calhoun. At the top of the show, I do want to give a little heartfelt hello and all my love to the Chappell family. This week, my friend Bill Chappell passed away after a very brave fight. And I can thank Bill for a lot of things. One, his friendship. Two, the friends that he gave me, importantly by name, Amanda and Gina. And Nick, too, because I knew Nick when he was a little guy. Now he's a big guy and doing his own thing. And his beautiful wife, Paula. Bill was an interesting character. I met him when I was working with his daughter. You know, my usual joke is back in 1863, but I'm going to pinpoint it. It was 1996. We were working together in Lafayette, Indiana at a particular restaurant, which I will not mention by name because what I'm about to say may or may not be within the statute of limitations. When Bill came in, Bill ate for free because I made sure of it, and Amanda made sure of it. We got to talking about racing. He was a big Dale Earnhardt guy. I was not a big Dale Earnhardt guy. But Bill was also a former Marine, and once a Marine, always a Marine. Had a wonderful wife, 3 beautiful children, more grandchildren than I care to count, and just a real stand-up human being. And whenever he and I got the chance to chat online, it was a fun time. Funny story is when I first went onto the Facebook world in 2008, I immediately was able to reconnect with my friend Amanda. And I don't know how much longer later, it was a year or 2, maybe 3, you get the friend request and it says, Bill Chappell wants to be your friend. Well, guess what? Bill Chappell's already my friend. I couldn't hit that thing quick enough. So when we would talk online, it was usually about the government, which we both hated, gun control, the things that go on in the regular world that guys like Bill and me are just not fans of. And my heart was broken the other day. There's never going to be another guy like Wild Bill. And Bill, thank you for what you gave me. You know, some incredible friends, a year and a half's worth of memories when I lived out in your beautiful state of Indiana, the friendship of your family, but most of all, you know, some words of wisdom that he imparted on me. And everybody says it, but when Bill said something, it carried weight to me. And he was just like, I'm paraphrasing, but the minute you quit, you lose. And I'm taken aback by this news. And if you guys would indulge me with about 15 seconds of silence for the late Bill Chappell. Semper Fi, my man. Rest easy.
And Darren's ready.
Rest easy, my man. I love you. And God bless your family. And may you guys find some peace in this difficult time. And to end the moment of silence, I couldn't find Gina. This one's for you. I couldn't find any Pabst. Not that I'm willing to buy it anyway, but for Dad, for Wild Bill. God bless you, my man. May the angels take care of you. And look at what Tori's got right there. Drain that thing for Wild Bill. Show him you're a man. Come on now. You can do it. One time for Wild Bill, you put that Pabst away. And as we're looking at Darren. Hello, Darren. Thank you, Tori. That meant a lot, man. I appreciate that. And, wherever you guys are, I know, Gina, you're watching this. We're gonna miss Bill. I know you guys are heartbroken, and the best I can say is, stick close together. We love you, all of us. From all of us here, thank you.
In 43 years of living, ladies and gentlemen, I have never drank one of those. Never.
But that was for Wild Bill, man.
Did it for him, and I am going to finish that beer, ladies and gentlemen. I don't waste a beer.
I'm going to go find one tomorrow. I have to. I feel like I'm not doing Bill Chappell a service by not having one. So, Jordan, would you like to introduce our fantastical guest?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, as you know,
Hey, give him one of those Howard Finkel good introductions, brother. I'm talking about like Paul Heyman, baby.
Oh, I got this.
No, you don't.
Let's see what you got.
I'll do the little. How about I'll just do a little Jim Roberts? How about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
From Portland, Oregon, NASCAR Xfinity Series driver and phys ed teacher Darren Dilley, live on the Speedway Review.
How you doing, guys?
Doing great.
How you doing, sir?
Doing wonderful. Doing wonderful. Thanks
Awesome.
for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Wow. Just hearing the story over the weekend. Phys ed teacher, driving at the Portland Speedway this weekend in the Xfinity race. How did all this come about?
That's a really good question. Kind of came about just before Christmas. Our marketing director, Jeff Hankin, actually saw a Facebook post from Ryan Sieg Racing looking for road course drivers to fill out their second car. And he sent me a text saying, "Hey, what do you think?" And I said, "Hey, well, check it out." And so we spent about 3 weeks vetting it to make sure it wasn't spam and some other things. And come to find out it was legit. And we were very excited once we got talking to the correct people involved. And Danny Dugan was awesome in working with him. And David Mitchell helped us make the right contacts. And then as soon as we figured that out, we started working on a contract. And then once the contract was agreed upon, we went out real quick. And one of our goals was to make all local sponsors and partners in this. And so that's what we did. We went out and got all of our partners. We're all local here in the Northwest. And we had Hollywood Beverage, and we had Willamette Valley Hops, and Benchmade came on, and then Lucky Dog. And then finally Rose City Distillery came on. And then we had Aviation Gin came on too. So it kind of snowballed all together, and we just we ran with it.
Wow. Had you've obviously been doing racing in the past on a local level?
Yeah, I've done SCCA, Sports Club of America's national level, top amateur level, and Grand Touring 2, GT2, and E-Production. We've always had some good success. In the Northwest, we've been one of the top drivers in those two categories. And so we just branched out after about 2013, we branched out and went national and said, we can do this. And we were able to have a lot of success early on. And so we parlayed that success into this opportunity with Xfinity.
Wow, that's incredible. Come on, gentlemen, you're not going to leave me to do all the work this week.
Of course not, bro. I always let you get your words in. I'm gonna back you up always. First of all, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. D.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me, so far as far as the drilling rush, what has been that moment where you're like, oh God, it's great to be a driver right now?
Well, I just have to thank NASCAR just a tremendous amount. They really do a great job vetting their drivers. It was quite involved to get to this point, just to be considered to be a driver. So I think they do a great job. I'm very just thankful to NASCAR. I'm thankful to Ryan Sieg Racing for letting us have this opportunity. When we got to the track, I think that's when it became really surreal that, we're doing this. And we prepared really well for it. We rented a 410 stock car for a few times from Pat Bliss, whose brother is Mike Bliss, who's a former Cup driver. So we had some really good support locally. And so getting this time in that car really helped us a lot. And then, again, just being in the moment when it came for us was very exciting.
And being a phys ed teacher, which we're obviously going to talk about, how does that, preparing for a race and going and doing your daily duties as a teacher, how difficult is that?
Well, my primary job is to be a teacher and an educator in PE. I actually teach at 2 elementary schools right now. But I've taught all grade levels, K through 12, in health and PE in my school district where I teach. So, you get your day job. And then when you come home, I'm very fortunate that my dad, who's 84-year-old, is my top engineer. He's been doing it for the last 32 years with me. And without him, none of this happened. So he really puts in a lot of the extra effort and helps us guide us to, get the cars prepped and ready. So we balance that with my regular job, but racing is our passion in our family, and so that's what we do.
Wow, that is fantastic. One of the things that I like most about local racers, much like yourself, but you just were on the Xfinity Series live for the world to see, is the dedication. You go to work, you get paid, you come home, you work on the car, you go out Friday, Saturday nights. The car either comes home beautiful or comes home tore up. You just keep going back out there. It's checkers or wreckers, really, on the local series. Nobody comes home without a dent. Has there ever been a point where you just said enough is enough?
No, I think we're so competitive that we get right back at it. If there's something bent, we're going to fix it. We're going to get it ready so we can get out there. We want to compete. We don't show up at the racetrack with the idea that we're not going to be prepared and ready to compete. So that's our mindset, and that's our whole team mindset. My team is Cheap Fast Races, my local team, and I've been the owner of that for the last 20 years, and we just go after it. We're local guys, grassroots. We don't have a big budget, but we do what we can with what we have.
That's all you can do, really. Seriously, especially on a local level. Outside of this Xfinity race, what was the highest level you found yourself racing on?
Well, I've raced at the national level, the top national level here at Sports Car Club of America. Been to the runoffs 5 times now. A couple times with my Grand Touring car, and a couple times with 3 times with my E-production car. Top place we've gotten is 5th place in the nation in the EP car. GT car right now is not super competitive because when we built the car, we didn't know they were going to drop in the Porsches and the Vipers and the TA2 cars from Trans Am, but they did, and so we have to compete at that level. So that car is not really competitive on a real long track, but one like Sonoma and maybe Mid Ohio, it's a great track, very good equalizer because it's good in the corners.
Now, I don't want to open up a not quite healed up wound yet, but at the beginning of the broadcast, there was a lot of talk about you being in the race, being a local guy, being a teacher. All eyes were on you. Walk me through the accident and the disappointment. Again, I don't want to open up a wound, but it's not very often that people can hear the other side unless a microphone is shoved in your face.
Sure. Well, let's go back a little bit. We had, it's kind of my home track. So I have and I'm really comfortable there, and the weather was wet. So on Friday, we were actually P15, up to as high as P11 in practice. So we were very comfortable where we were at. The team made some changes to the car for Saturday's for the qualifying. We kind of went a little bit backwards, but that's okay. Come Saturday for the race, weather was, it's for everybody, it's the same. So we didn't struggle, but we weren't where we wanted to be. We had to go to the back of the field because we had a oil seal in the differential that they had to replace. So it forced us to the back of the field. So that was kind of tough working from there. But as far as the incident that happened, we just came upon 3 or 4 cars that were off track. We checked up. A lot of people checked up, and then someone checked up and stopped, and I couldn't get it wound down to stop in time consequently hit the back. I think it was a 47. Didn't hit him real hard, but these cars are pretty fragile in the nose, and just popped up the hood and poked a hole in the radiator.
And being that the weather was as unpredictable as it was, a lot of people want to talk the talk and not walk the walk and say, well, first it was, why can't NASCAR run in the rain with rain tires and wipers? Now they're running in the rain with rain tires and wipers. A lot of these accidents, mishaps, to be sure. This wouldn't happen on a dry track, and they say, oh, they shouldn't be running in the rain with wipers and tires. You can't have it both ways. You were on the track. Give us your take.
Yeah, I'm comfortable in the rain, so I think that running the rain is a good thing. I think that it gives you some equalization of the skill level and talent. So you can't just have the best equipment. You got to be able to drive the car. And so I'm all for the rain. I don't mind it at all. It was difficult to see out there, just our position, but it's the same for everybody unless you're out front. So I make no excuses. It was a great opportunity, and we're in a good place. We're comfortable in the rain. I like that NASCAR runs in the rain, and I love the road courses. So for me, it was no excuses. It is what it is for everybody, and it was level playing field. And so in our instance, we just ran into an incident ahead of us and put us out. It was very unfortunate. unfortunately for Ryan Sieg Racing, we really wanted to have a good showing for them, but racing's racing.
All right, last question from me, and then I'm going to let the Peanut Gallery take over because I'm always interested in what they have to say. Cory and I talked about this last year when they did the first rain race, and Martin Truex damn near got killed, and this one hit this one, and yada, yada, yada. You have been in the car. You've driven the Xfinity car in the rain on that level. If they put you in charge and said, Darren, what can we do to improve the rain racing, what would you do?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what I would improve. I think NASCAR does a good job. I think it's, the start was the only thing that was suspect for me as a driver. We had half the field start the race, and half of us were still on the back of the track when they started the green. So that put, half the field a half a lap down, and so that was difficult. As far as I wouldn't change anything. I think the format is fair. I think every driver's out there needs to adjust to the elements. In that case, that car has a lot of power. So you've got to tiptoe through some corners, and it's a heavy car. It doesn't stop real fast, but I think it's a great car. I think it's fun to drive. I'm excited to get an opportunity again to drive it.
Fantastic. All right, gentlemen, take the wheel.
All right. Okay, so Darren, it's nice that you're on the show here tonight, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well. So I was watching the Xfinity race on Saturday, and I thought it was a good race. And of course, we did have, a wet surface and of course a rain race as well. The one thing that I was actually kind of interested was, when you're going down the start finish line and going down like that first turn, I literally said to myself, okay, either somebody's going to miss that corner or whoever's going to make down that corner, is pretty much going to have to make it stick. But I probably saw maybe like 5, maybe 7 cars, go off the track, and then they had to do the stop and go whatsoever. And I kind of thought, and actually after the race, I kind of said to myself, like, man, we just watched the race from Martinsville, because if you look at all of the cars, there was literally like not even like one clean car that was on the racetrack. I mean, hell, Jay Buford was running in second with like a heavily damaged race car, and I thought to myself, can this guy do that? But all in all, I thought the Xfinity race on Saturday was fun to watch, and it always comes to mind where, I say to myself, all right, who's got the best experience running in the rain and who has the least experience? And I know you talked about, how you like racing in the rain, and I think that's awesome. And but yeah, I mean, I do like everything that you said, and honestly, I thought the NASCAR race in Portland was pretty cool, and hopefully, Xfinity can come back next year. And if not, maybe the Truck Series and the Cup Series might go to Portland in the next few years. You never know.
Yeah, I think that's what, and I'm not speaking for NASCAR. I just think from a perspective of a fan and as a driver. Now, I think NASCAR was kind of dipping their toe in to see if there's an interest in the Northwest as far as fans. And
right,
I can tell you, we had about 40,000 people there for an Xfinity race. So you can imagine what a Cup Car series, a full series would bring for the weekend. I mean, that place was packed, and I haven't seen it packed like that since early 2000s when Indy was coming back here, pretty heavily. The Truck Series, when they came back in 1999, I think they were here. It was a full crowd, and so the interest is there, the fan support is there. I talked to hundreds of fans, and they were so excited to have it back in the Northwest. I hope that Cup comes. I think they're going to kind of evaluate it as it goes for the next couple of years. But I could see them coming up there. It's a long way for them to travel, but maybe a West Coast swing would be good for them, and put Portland on the track, on their schedule, and I think it'd be great. Portland's a good track. It's one of the road races. It gets it out of the way, and you got Sonoma as a road race too. So
yeah,
but I love it. I think it's great. I think NASCAR is doing the right thing. I think they're giving us great opportunities to showcase that in front of our crowds up here in the Northwest. People came from all over in the Northwest to see this race this weekend. So, and they came in the rain, sat through it all.
Yeah,
so that tells you the dedication they have.
Right. And then, of course, we also saw, some of the drivers that went off course, and then, they came back, and finished in like the top 5 and winning the race and whatnot. And hell, I mean, the guy that won the race, went off the track, a couple times, battled back from the lap down and ended up winning the race. But he was pretty much just there at the end, and the track position pretty much just gave him that opportunity. But all in all, I thought the Xfinity race on Saturday was fun to watch.
Yeah, AJ went off track 4 times, and still won the race. So that tells you something.
Yep.
I mean, so he's a wonderful driver. I was able to meet AJ personally and on pre-grid and before the race. What a great guy! Really good, nice guy, very level-headed. Just really impressed with him as a person. Obviously his driving's awesome, but as a person, getting to meet him, he doesn't know me from Adam, and he's really kind and kind to me and helpful. And I just can't say enough about him. The guy went out 4 times and won it, so kudos to him.
Exactly.
I don't mean to step on you guys, but you kind of took away one of my questions I was going to ask you later was who was the nicest guy you met in the garage? And conversely, was there anybody you met in the garage that you would have rather been anywhere else than talking to them?
They're all great pros. That's what they are. They're all great young drivers, older drivers. JJ Yelly was a great person to talk to. I was able to do a track walk with him and kind of talk to him about some of the things I knew about the track. He was very open-minded, very helpful. Loved talking with him. Enjoyed meeting all the drivers that I did. So everybody was wonderful to meet. There's some young guns out there that have a lot of confidence, but that's okay. They've earned the moniker because they're there. So very impressed with all of them.
Yeah. You said young guns. I have to ask you because there's a lot of the drivers on the circuit. You've already mentioned AJ that are a little bit more seasoned than some of the younger talent, like a Myatt Snyder or a Ty Gibbs. I always found Xfinity racing to be a lot of times the highlight of the weekend if they're running at the same track, or like this weekend, it was a split weekend. Is it I know you're not as old as me, thank God, but for a guy your age to go out here with sometimes 18, 19-year-olds, do you ever feel like the elder statesman?
Well, I definitely am just by my chronological age. Yes, absolutely. But
what is age?
Yeah, but what is age? I mean, our first time in this platform, and I was able to get very comfortable with it in the first practice session. So it's a very enjoyable car to drive. The young guns they're there because they're good. They're not there because it's not because of money. It's because they have the talent to be there, and they deserve to be there. And so they're trying to showcase themselves and make a name for themselves and grow and make it up to the cup. That's really what they're doing. And good kudos to them. Kudos to them if they've got the talent to do it and they've got the partnership to get it done. So got nothing but positive things to say about them. Being the old guy and the new guy, the rookie, they treated me with a lot of kindness and respect. So I appreciate that.
You kind of played 2 roles this weekend. The rookie and again, you're not as old as me yet, but you're the young guy and the old guy all wrapped into one. Had to be an amazing experience. If you have one thing you can take away from this, and if I'm doing this right, your first ever Xfinity start, what was the best thing you took away from this?
Well, first of all, I took away all the wonderful people that are involved in NASCAR and how wonderful they treat you as a new person and the thoroughness of what NASCAR puts your driver through to get them ready for the event. So I think that I appreciate that first and foremost. I appreciate that all the drivers and team owners and all the team people that I've worked with at Ryan Sieg Racing were amazing. The crew just did anything but they could to make things successful for me as a driver, me comfortable and welcomed. So from that perspective, it was on cloud 9 for me, and it was a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to another one.
How much family did you have at the race?
Oh, I probably had 10 or 12 relatives come to the race, and 5 or 6 that I didn't know I had relatives of that came out.
I was hoping you'd say that entire section 101, 3,000 people. Yeah. The kids from school were there.
Yeah. We had a good following, but I think my kids at school there some of them are really excited that I drive, and some of them could care less. They just know I'm with our PE teacher. So
okay, but here's an opportunity, and this is where I think my mind is going. You leave work on Friday, you head to the track on Saturday to run the Xfinity race. It is a national broadcast. Millions of people watch this. You show back up on Monday. How many kids were super excited? Mr. Dilley, I saw you on television.
Yeah, quite a few of them. A lot of them had our T-shirts on and things like that, and then wanted an autograph, or we have hero cards for the kids and made sure all the kids had hero cards. And so, yeah, we wanted to make sure that they enjoyed the experience with me. And yeah, they were very excited. A lot of them were excited, and even their parents were too, which is kind of fun because they're the real NASCAR fans, the parents. So yeah,
Right.
very, very fortunate that we have a great fan following now.
That's only the second time I've ever heard a teacher say the kid actually wanted my autograph. Because if you ever get something signed by a teacher, it's not good. But there's Darren Dilley, and then there's Bill Starkey, the gentleman who created the KISS Army, who was a teacher and a friend of mine. And when they saw him on television, the kids couldn't run fast. Mr. Starkey, can I have your autograph, please? My dad loves KISS. Now there's you, NASCAR Xfinity driver, even if it's for one weekend, I hope it's more. But, now you got to be somewhat a celebrity in that classroom.
I'm still Mr. Dilley. I'm still just their PE teacher, right when it comes right down to it. But yeah, they're very excited for me and very happy for me. And like I said, some of the kids wanted me to autograph their shirts or their hero cards. And I certainly did that. I mean, just because I care about my kids. I have a love for my kids. I love for teaching. So anything I can do to make their day and make them smile, that's what I'm here to do.
Fantastic. Come on, Jordan. You're taking up space now. Ask a question or three.
Hey, I wasn't taking up space. I was doing daddy duties. Okay.
All right. Daddy duties.
So my question is, Darren, what is there any future road courses that you would love to race at? I know you mentioned Mid Ohio. That's actually about an hour away from me.
So I have a lot of experience in Road America in Indianapolis. I've been to both those courses several times. So those are courses I'm comfortable with. I already know them. So Mid Ohio would be fun. I've never been to Mid Ohio. Watkins Glen is my bucket list. If I get on Watkins Glen, it'd be awesome. But any road course, I'm usually pretty quick about adapting to it and learning the course and getting the most out of the car on those courses. But really count all those.
And behind you, I see behind you, we got a fire suit, some flags, and some cars. What's the significance of those orange cars back there?
Those are my e-production car over my, my left shoulder, I think it is. And over my right shoulder is my Grand Touring car, GT2. They're both Mazdas, first gen and a third gen. And then, of course, my driver's suit from the weekend is in the background there with them. So this is in my own shop. I have my shop actually attached in my house. It's just a 20 by 30 shop that I work out of, but all the things we do happen right here in this little shop.
Hey, Mr. D, of course, these guys probably tell you I'm at work, but I still do the show with them. And that Jordan stole my damn question. I was eyeballing your stuff earlier when I asked you about what was the most adrenaline thing you ever did, and I didn't want to overwhelm with too many questions. Jordan stole my question. It's all good.
That's okay. Yeah, blame it on Jordan.
I always do. Every single week. Always do.
Hey, I just produced this damn thing, okay?
All right. If these gentlemen, I don't know what Cory has, but I always ask the same litany of questions to everyone we have as a guest. They're just basic BS questions, and if you're ready, I'm going to fire a couple of them off.
Okay, yeah, you guys are kind of breaking up a little bit, but I'll try to answer them once I hear them.
All right. Question number one: what is your favorite meal?
What's my favorite pregame meal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, if that's the question, well, my wife's a registered dietitian. She takes care of all my meals, so she makes sure I have the right proteins and carbs before the race, and also makes sure I'm hydrated. And she never let me stop drinking all I needed for all the water and things I needed to be hydrated for these events. So my favorite meal for me is I like spaghetti. My wife makes a great spaghetti, so I like that, but I don't always get that.
All right. All right, then. What is your favorite movie? Are we still having Wi-Fi issues? Can anybody hear me?
No, I got you guys.
I can hear you.
All right, you got me back. What is your favorite movie?
I didn't hear the second part. What is my favorite?
Your favorite movie? Motion picture.
He asked, "What is your favorite movie, Mr. D?"
Can we hear him?
I don't know. I think. Oh, he's still there. Blink once if you're in trouble. Blink twice if you're being held against your will. All right, I think we're having technical difficulties.
That's what it is.
All right,
That's all.
Darren, you got us?
He says he's still
You're cutting in and out. I can't quite make what you guys are saying, but
Let's try. What is your favorite movie?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know whose internet it is. Is it mine? All right, you guys ask the question. I'm going to back out. I'll be right back.
All right, Jordan.
Hey, Mr. Darren, can you hear us?
yeah, I got you now. Yeah.
Okay. Chris asked, "What is your favorite movie?"
Oh, Top Gun.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you gone to see the? Are you going to see the new
That's
one?
right there, Darren. That's my favorite movie too.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Are you kidding me? The new one's good. I loved it.
Oh, you already saw it.
I saw it. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the original and I haven't seen the new one yet, but I gotta go see it soon though. I know I gotta see it soon, so don't shun on me. But
You
I
won't go wrong with that one. That's a great movie.
I've seen the preview of it. I hear it's pretty good, and I hear that Tom Cruise is pretty good too. So, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal Chris's thunder. What's your favorite music? Who's your favorite musical artist or band?
Oh man.
Look at.
I like them all. I'm a country guy. I like country music really.
Ooh, okay.
I like,
All right. If Jordan,
I like all the women too that sing. So
if Jordan's going to steal my thunder, then I'm going to throw this question out: who is the greatest American rock band of all time, and why is it Kiss?
Oh man. I don't know about that one, but
All right, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah. I'll support you with a kiss.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
All right. Another question that I usually give is, what was your come to Jesus moment that made you want to do racing as either a hobby, a living, or etc.?
It's an easy one. I was a young kid. My dad used to take me to the races all the time from 7 years old. And my dad's an engineer, and we'd go into the pits and we'd look at cars. And I just love the sight, sounds, and smells. And I was hooked from day one, and I couldn't wait to go back to the next race every chance I could. I used to bug my dad all the time. And then as I got older, I told my dad I wanted to be a race car driver, and he told me to save my money. And I thought he meant for me to save my money to build a race car. And he meant to save my money. Don't spend your money on race cars. And one day I told him I got the money and I got the license. He's like, oh my goodness. And that's how cheap fast we said we're going to do it as cheap as we can and go as fast as we can. And that's how that started.
That might be the best answer to that question ever. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I didn't mean save your money for that, kid.
That's right. I wasn't a very good listener, apparently.
That's amazing.
But 32 years later, my dad is my best friend, and I love my father. He's the reason why we do this. Without him, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Without him,
That's fantastic. And as a kid growing up, who was your racing hero?
Oh well, I loved Richard Petty, and I loved Mark Martin. I loved Subway driver Carl Edwards. Those are my three favorites that I grew up with. I really liked all of them. I liked Mark because he was a little guy like me, and I like Carl because Carl's just a great competitor. He's an honest, great shooter. I love him for that. I love his sportsmanship, and Richard Petty because he's the king.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go off script and ask you a question.
As he's putting the gloves on.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. No, I'm a chef, dude.
I know. I see you.
Are you cooking right now?
Yeah, you want to see what I'm cooking?
Yeah, what you cooking? I want to see it.
Here we go. He does. This is called food porn. What he cooks is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's mad good.
Whoa, that looks awesome.
What this is a flour tortilla, Kobe Jack cheddar, Georgia sausage, tater tots in the shape of Tetris pieces, like the video game. I'm gonna sit inside Lucille, and I'm gonna make a burrito out of this.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
And on the other one, I'm doing the exact same thing, except it's not gonna be the tots; it's gonna be onion rings.
Why do I have to work on two different podcasts with chefs? This is on Monday nights. I do Dysfunction Junction. Herm is the barbecue guy. Now here is Tori cooking up just the great bar food you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do 400 pounds.
My question is this though: who is your favorite wrestler if you watch wrestling or have ever watched wrestling? And who do you consider to be the greatest of all time?
Good question. I do not watch WWE wrestling, but I was a wrestler all the way through high school. So
Okay.
wrestling itself, I know it's the hardest sport ever involved in. So, but I've never watched the entertainment side of it. Yeah.
Okay. I respect that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd say the best amateur wrestler I ever wrestled against was Dan Russell, who was a 4-time national champion. So,
Wow.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. One of my good friends is a teacher in Brantford, Connecticut. Also did some Bellator MMA on the side, Blair Tugman. And I asked him that question. Yes, he's a friend, but I interviewed him on an old show that I used to do. I said, who's your favorite, wrestler? Olympic style, Roman. He says, there's only one, Danny Hodge.
Oh, wow. The great Danny Hodge.
That's right. Could crush an apple with his bare hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's real good.
Yeah. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's right. That's the real kung fu grip.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Now I'm going to age myself. When I was 6, I actually got a G.I. Joe with a kung fu grip.
I bet you did. So did I. That was,
Oh, 50 is creeping up on me like nobody's business.
Hold on. Okay, I don't care. Did you guys have a Thunder Punch He-Man?
Yes.
I did not.
No. Dude, I was 14. I didn't care. I wanted Thunder Punch He-Man.
I didn't get one. No.
I was the only kid in high school with a Thunder Punch He-Man. You're welcome.
Yeah. My dad told me if you want to be a He-Man, go cut wood.
Oh, wow. Nice. I'm changing my spirit animal. Darren's dad is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
Oh,
delicious. Yeah, you got to send me the recipes for that.
that's food porn right there, bro.
If you ever get a chance to race in Alabama, go look Tori up. He's not far from Talladega.
Okay.
Not far at all.
Exactly. Cory, what would you like to do to as we're coming down to the wire, 14 minutes left to go with Sir Darren? Talk to us.
All right. So if there was another NASCAR race that you would like to race at, like any racetrack that you could think of, where would you want to go race at and why?
I like Road America. I like the challenge of Road America, 4 miles long, high
right.
speed, the kink.
Okay.
I'm a big road racer. I love Watkins Glen. Those are really my 2 ones I'd love to race at in an Xfinity car. If I got a chance to do circle driving, it would be you got to go to Daytona or you got to go to the Brickyard. Those two.
Okay.
Yep.
Would you ever consider Bristol?
Oh yeah, I think Bristol would be great. Are you kidding me? That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, of course. Banging and driving, that'd be fun.
Who's going to be the Seahawks quarterback this year?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't know.
Are you a Hawks fan?
I'm an avid one. I don't really follow that much. I'm always old school Washington Redskins, which are now the Washington football.
Well, no. Actually, wait, time out. They're actually now the Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
Okay, they changed their name.
Yeah, they changed their name. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Stop it.
Yeah,
you're
just rubbing it in over there.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say they changed their name and it's actually better than a team with no name. So
yeah,
that's a good point. Stop it, Tori. Stop it.
Stop it! You're making me hungry.
I am. I know. I'm feeling the same way.
I know. Right?
I even just ate and I'm hungry again. All I can say, as far as football is concerned, it could be worse.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Nobody knows suffering like me.
Oh no! Hold on. I'm a Florida State fan. I know suffering.
We're talking pro, bro. We're talking pro.
Florida State.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You've seen the logo, you know.
Yeah.
When you're at home, you're with your wife, you're just hanging out, you come off of work, you're not building a car for the weekend. What is it that you like to do, you and the missus?
I have a wonderful wife. First of all, she's amazing. Just very lucky to have her as a partner. Yeah, we usually like to kind of hang out. Right now, we're doing the gardening stuff out back like that. We do a lot of. We just hang out together. We enjoy each other. We like to spend time with my son, who's playing baseball. So anything together with us is the most important thing to us. So.
Visit your local Ace Hardware and get mulch at $3.33 a bag right now with your Ace Rewards card.
Right.
Look, I got to make money somehow.
Of course.
I'm heading there today.
There you go. It's the place. Just if you're ever in Connecticut, I'll hook you up better than they will.
Ace is the place with a helpful hardware man.
I'm not helpful at all. I'm angry as hell. But I'm on the road all the time. I go visit business clients. I'm not schlepping screwdrivers. So
where'd you get that picture behind you?
That one?
Yep.
That was a gift. A friend of mine got it for me. I have a different Harvick flag upstairs.
I love it. It's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Finally, a classy guest. This is really good.
Yeah, I like Kevin. Ever since I learned that Kevin was a wrestler. Back in the day.
Yeah. Did you also know that his management company manages Misha Tate from the MMA?
Oh, I did not know that, but that's a good pick.
Yeah, he actually does training in the off season with some of the MMA people that KHI takes care of.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wouldn't mess with him on pit road, so Chase Elliott's got to get himself another rival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mess with Kevin.
Hey, just ask Greg Biffle.
Oh, Greg Biffle's tougher than nails.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Greg's from our neck of the woods up here. Yeah. Yep.
Greg's from your area.
So Greg, he's from our area. He actually owns the track, or I think he's a part owner of a track just down the road from me in Banks, Oregon. And then Casey Kane up north a little bit. So yeah.
There's a guy, Casey Kane. I know now we're just BSing like we're at the bar, which I think is fantastic. Casey Kane is a guy that my ex-wife was enamored with. That was her driver. And we were in the grocery one day, and there was Men's Health, and there's Casey Kane. I'm like, really? The kid who looks like a 12-year-old is built like that? What in the hell? Dude is into some serious training.
Yep. He's all these guys are in good shape. If you really think about it, they need to be
I believe it.
Manage everything. I know for me, you talk about PE teacher. I spent about 6 months training, getting out running about 20 miles a week. And, I dropped 17 pounds for this event. So it was a big haul, but I got myself in shape for this. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to have any trouble with the car physically. And it worked out. It's great.
Okay. So you mentioned the car there's, it just popped into my head. Did you find any challenges with the car? And if so, what were they?
Just fitment. I'm a small guy, so getting fitted in it, that was the hardest challenge. Getting the pedals up to my feet, that was their biggest challenge. But no, the car was great. Ryan Sieg Racing puts together a wonderful car. So from the get-go, right out of the box, it was ready to go, handled great, ran great. Man, it's got great power. So really fun to drive. Just learning the platform is really the biggest thing, is getting comfortable how it acts and how it rolls, and any lateral movement on the car it doesn't like. So just knowing how to be careful. And when I say be careful, I mean take it methodically and slowly, because they roll a lot slower than most cars, and as far as in the corners, but down the straightaways, they're a rocket ship.
Awesome. Now, in the event that, obviously you've gotten your feet wet with the Xfinity series, Ryan Sieg Racing found you, or you found them, or the magic that happened to get you in this car. If a truck series car came to you and said, we're going to this road course, get on a plane, we want you. It's a Friday night. You going to do it?
I'll be there. Ready to go.
Tell the kids to learn dodgeball on their own.
Yeah, they're going to have a sub that day.
There you go.
Yeah. Miss Joey's calling in sick that day. Yeah, I take advantage of any opportunity that comes our way. We're excited about the opportunities. I have great support here, and I have to thank Lamb Valley Hops, Hollywood Beverage, and Benchmade Knives. You guys, I'm sure, are familiar with all those guys. Lucky Dog Racing and Rose City Distillery, Aviation Gin. All of them were my big partners and supporters. I'm sure that a lot of them have already indicated they want to be a part of it going forward. So, yeah, those opportunities come. I'll be there.
That is awesome. Where can people find you on the socials, even though I already sent you a friend request about 14 minutes ago?
Yeah, just cheapfastracing.com is our webpage, and you got a link on there. They'll go to our Facebook page. If you really want to get serious and contact me about some partnership, you just talk to our marketing director, Jeff Hankin, and you can get a hold of him at our webpage.
Excellent. Gentlemen, you want to throw anything else in here?
I got nothing.
Well, I was just about to say, if he was serious, it was just through Jordan or whoever, just leave a way for me to see the recipes. And I got you, brother.
Oh, I would definitely love that. My wife is a wonderful cook, and she's better at me than cooking. So she would love to have those recipes. She'd love to give it a shot, and I'd love to taste it. So yeah.
And just so you know, none of my food is fried. I don't fry anything.
No, it's great. My wife, like I said, she's the best cook I've ever had. So she'd love that. She loves trying new things, and that looks delicious. So
appreciate it.
Yeah,
very much appreciate it.
I can't get away from working with chefs. I really can't. It's killing me.
It's a good thing.
It's your curse. It's your curse.
It is. From last week's Memorial Day bar, or 2 weeks ago's Memorial Day barbecue, to looking at what you threw out there tonight, I got fat just looking at it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It looked delicious. I love that Colby Jack cheese on there too. My God, it's all good.
Oh yes, it is.
It'll
you
kill
see
me,
the
but
stuff I make at home, brother.
It'll kill me, but when I'm in Alabama, Tori, I told you I'm coming to see you, bro.
Yeah, when I'm running Talladega, I'll be there.
And
I'll be right here waiting.
Yep.
And Tori, when I come down to Alabama too, I'll be there also.
All right, bro. Your peoples never came through.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying. Yeah, I know. I texted my friend saying, like, look, when you go down to Tori's bar, just let me know. So then that auto way, like, you'll get to meet him and all that stuff, you know?
Yes, sir.
But when Darren comes through, my man eats for free.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
I can dig it.
Well, even if he doesn't, he's going to send me a PayPal request. I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get the tip too. I'm a good tipper.
Okay, you get the tip. I'll get the bill. I got you.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate
all the support, guys.
I better get a hero card out of this. I'm saying.
Yeah. You guys need to send me some. I got hero cards I'd love to give you guys. Okay?
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Send those too, because I want to make sure you guys all get those. I'll get those signed for you guys. Get them off for you guys.
Look on Facebook. I just sent your request.
Okay, great. I'll do that. Get those out.
Darren, I will. I'll inbox you stuff for the hero cards and stuff for my kids.
Let me know how many you like. No problem. We got plenty of. I enjoy giving them out to everybody and spreading the word about us.
That's
Sounds
amazing.
Good, and hey, and thanks for getting back to me too about being on here.
Well, no, thank you for the offer and the opportunity. We really appreciate all the support. We're very excited about these opportunities that are coming up, and we're going to take advantage of every opportunity that comes our way. And so we just appreciate all of you for giving us the time to be here today.
That's what we're here for. We're just four schlubs that like racing, and we love to talk racing with racers, with each other. Hell, I'll talk to a stranger about racing. I don't care.
Yep. Racing's it's in your DNA.
Of course. But Darren, again, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. We had so much fun. Thank you for giving us extra time. I thought we only had a half hour. Here we are going on an hour, and I'm having too much fun.
Yeah.
Well, me too. I really appreciate meeting all of you, and I hope to talk with you guys again soon.
Absolutely. Anytime you want.
Thank you.
He got you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Take care, guys.
Thank
you. Too, bro. Thank you. What a guy. What a fantastic dude.
Absolutely. That was great. So I have some NASCAR news I beat Cory to the punch. Boom, boom, boom.
Uh-oh.
Daniel Suarez to the 42 at Nice Motorsports in Sonoma if Carson Hocefer cannot compete.
I did hear about that, and you beat me to it. So good job.
This is the part where I say, Cory, you suck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I gotta find a new light. I gotta find a new light. If I wear the hat, I look like I'm in witness protection. If I turn it around, it looks like I'm one of the headbangers. This is not good.
Oh Jesus!
You look like Terry Funk. You look like Terry Funk.
I look like Terry Funk. Wow. I don't have a Terry Funk voice. I'm sorry.
That wily veteran from the Double Cross Ranch, wrestling's living legend.
Wow.
You damn right. Hey, man, Terry Funk.
Hey.
Yeah, Terry Funk, baby. Woo. But yeah, hey, I was taking care of some customers, but I agree with every one of y'all, man. That dude was so down to earth and so cool, bro.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Just a real good dude. But you guys, any other news and notes you guys want to battle over?
What do we got?
We had 61 usable minutes, according to Jordan.
So it seems to me that Haley Deegan just made an announcement.
It's not my baby. Maybe it is.
She is working with Tony Stewart on possible 3 Xfinity starts by the end of the season.
Ooh,
good.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Because that would open the opportunity for her to replace either Kevin Harvick. Who else is at SHR?
Almirola.
Harvick, Almirola, Harvick, Custer,
and Briscoe.
And Briscoe.
So anybody's game, anybody's ball. Honestly, my honest opinion with Chase Briscoe, he ain't got the car, he ain't got the talent, he's in the wrong team.
I don't know about the talent. Stop. I'm going to stop you there. I don't think it's the talent. I think, again, no. I think it's too much too soon. Briscoe had a really great run on that last couple years, and then they move him up to the Cup, and he's got a win, but he's not exactly lighting the world on fire. Look, Bubba Wallace has a win, for crying out loud. Doesn't mean he's lighting the world on fire, but then you bring up someone. Ross Chastain was on the Cup Series, went back down, refined his skills. Now he's lighting the world on fire.
Yeah.
It comes down to 2 things: experience and equipment. Now, if you have the experience and you have the equipment, you can do well. But the experience thing is what Cory and I, since we started this show in 2017, have been screaming about. It's cool to have the young gun. It's cool to have someone that's going to sell T-shirts, but T-shirts don't win you races. Popularity does not win you races.
Right.
And when you get groomed to be in this position, like a Chase Elliott, like a Kyle Larson, like a lot of these guys, like Joey Logano, you're brought up to get to this level. And what they're doing is the shiny new toy syndrome. Harrison Burton has been a bucket of suck in the 21 car. I agree with Terry. It's too soon for Haley. I would say 3 to 4 years, Haley's ready for the Cup.
Absolutely.
If you give her the right equipment and the right support. Tori's got his finger up. I gotta hear what he's gonna say.
All right, you guys already know, since I was called out as a hater, that I am not a hater.
Here it comes.
Because I have 3 daughters myself, and I'm all about the woman power movement. The comment I want to make is this right here. Do you guys think that NASCAR got into said owner's ear and was like, hey, why don't you bring Haley up? Only reason why I say that is because Danica was such a
waste,
epic failure. You know what I'm saying? You guys get where I'm going right here?
I got you, and I think they learned their lesson with bringing Danica up as fast as they did, and Tony Stewart being a proponent of that, saying, here's the 10 car. Just go out. She did okay in the Xfinity. I don't think there were a lot of other guys, and, again, I say guys, but there are a lot of other drivers that had the potential that could have sat in that 10 car and done well, and Haley was taking up space.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Cory's checking on his strippers and cocaine.
Dude, screw you.
There were a lot of people that could have sat in that 10 ride, but it went to Danica Patrick, and all she did was wreck vehicles. The letters in Danica. The letters in Danica. Does anybody notice I crash a lot? That's it. That's all you need to know. Yeah, you sat on the pole for Daytona. I know. I saw it in New Hampshire many years ago. I wanted to buy one. They were sold out. I agree with Terry. She should go to the Xfinity first and then move up to Cup after that. But the thing with that is you have to give her good equipment and you have to bring her along and teach her. You know, race car drivers not always are born. They're made. And guys like Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Harry Gant will tell you it took a lot of years struggling on these local circuits, and they were rookies at 25, 26, 27 years old. Dick Trickle was a Cup rookie at 48 years old. Think about
48.
That. Yeah.
Yep.
So, much like Cory's favorite movie, I can build a driver like I can build a car. And that's the God's honest truth. You can build a driver, but both of you have to have the equipment, the talent. You have to have a modicum of talent. You don't have to be Dale Earnhardt the minute you get in the car. You don't have to be Kyle Busch or Richard Petty or Jimmy Johnson or any of the legends the minute you get in the car. All you have to have is some talent and the ability to listen. That's it.
Yep.
If they can do that, if they can do that with Danica, sky's the limit.
I forgot that he's there.
Make me not chicken nuggets.
Whatever that means.
So I have a question. I have a question for you, Chris, Cory, and Tori.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So the Martin Truex Jr. situation. Do you think that Martin Truex Jr. will come back next year, or he'll retire? If he retires, do you think Joe Gibbs brings up Brandon Jones or Ty Gibbs to that 19 car?
All right. Okay.
Hey, Cory, let me get this first, brother. Let me get it first. Let me
you guys take it before I answer this one.
I'll go last.
That damn Jordan. That's all I got to say. As far as Mark Truex retiring, you know, just like with what's his name, Ryan Newman, he didn't officially announce retirement. He just took a year off. So honestly, I think Mark Truex will follow the Ryan Newman way and just take a season off and evaluate things. Is Jordan okay over there? All right. But as far as what you asked, I don't think they would bring Ty up right now. I think they bring the other guy up. So that's the comment I wanted to make. Take it away, my boys.
Cory.
All right. So I've been kind of thinking about this one for a little while, and I know it's been in the news for a little bit. I would probably say if Martin Truex Jr. does retire tomorrow, I would most likely, like to see, Brandon Jones take over that ride because A, he's got the sponsorship, which of course, Menards, backs him up every week. And B, he's been in the Xfinity series for a couple of years now. And, he has a few wins under his belt. And, I would say, he's had an okay season, but he's had a consistent year. I mean, by God, he just won the race at Martinsville back in March. And, I don't think anybody, witnessed that coming. But, yeah, I would say I would put him over Ty Gibbs, in a Cup car because I think they said that Ty's running in the Xfinity series again next year. So then that would most likely put, Ty Gibbs in the Cup series maybe in 2024, maybe 25. So, but I would say,
but where would he go?
What's that?
What?
You got
where would he go?
But where
are you serious?
Let me rephrase that. Which number? Which number?
Oh, okay.
Joe Gibbs would fire anybody.
And you have the 18.
Joe Gibbs would fire anybody to put his grandkid in that car. Don't think that any of those drivers are safe at all. Look at Richard Childress. Look, Austin Dillon, I still don't think deserves to be on the Cup Series. He would fire everybody to put him in that car.
Hey, all I can just all I can just say is if Brandon Jones goes to Joe Gibbs in the Cup Series next year, I say he keeps the 19. So
Absolutely, he has to.
Right.
Okay.
of course,
Damn right.
yeah. I
Bruce
mean,
Menard's
he
with-
drives the 19 in the Xfinity Series, so why not?
Agreed.
Oh,
And that's my
wow.
lucky number,
makes
so
sense.
why not? All right, look, on the same question, Ty Gibbs, last year, this year, has had some decent success, and but again, he's pissing a lot of people off. He's not the most popular driver amongst the other drivers. He's very pushy.
Excuse me.
Very, I don't want to say reckless because he's not reckless. He's very forward.
He's learning.
Yeah, he's learning. He's very forward in the way he drives.
Yeah.
If they brought him up next year, in the unlikely event, I think Truex has got one more year in him. I think Harvick has got one more year in him. I can name a bunch of guys.
One more.
I see.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I really think he'll probably just take the season off, man.
I don't know about that. I think he's got too much competitive spirit to take a season off because we heard that with Carl Edwards and he's not come back yet. So
Yeah.
if you hear I'm taking a season off, it basically means sayonara. I'll see you in the booth next week with Mike Joy. So
So I
Yeah.
got a private chat from Darren. He said, "Thank you, gentlemen, for the opportunity to meet you all and for the fun time. You guys were super funny and welcoming. Having a few beers and hanging with you guys would be a hoot. Cheers." Well, cheers.
Hell
to
yeah,
you.
baby.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I love that.
amen to that.
Hell yeah.
So, again, going back to the Ty Gibbs thing before we roll into everything we have to do in the next 51 minutes, bringing him up too soon puts a target on him immediately, much like when they brought Joey Logano up and he was 20 years old, and it was just a target. Here's this young guy. Christ, Joey Logano was called sliced bread because he was the greatest thing since, according to the masses, and he wrecked more than he finished well. And then the more experience Joey got, the better he got. And look,
Right.
I know I give my man Skip a lot of crap for liking Joey Logano. I'm going to sit here and say it now. I respect the snot out of Joey Logano. I think he's a heck of a race car driver, and this weekend proved it. But I don't have to like him. I can respect the hell out of you. I don't have to like you. So
I agree with you
if
on that,
Ty-
Chris.
if
I agree
Ty
with you
Gibbs
on that.
Thank you for that. If Ty Gibbs comes up now, he won't have any respect. He's going to be the guy, much like Austin Dillon early in his career, who only got the job because of who Granddaddy is.
Okay, I see your point.
Yeah.
But give him 2 more years, and hear me now, and write this. Jordan, write it down. By the end of the 2024 season, we're going to be hearing at the beginning of the 2025 season that Ty. What in the hell are you eating,
Ooh. Oh.
Jordan?
Chicken?
I'm surprised you're eating. You weigh 44 pounds. It's about time you ate.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
All right. At the end of the 2024 Xfinity season, here's what I predict. Ty Gibbs has an Xfinity championship under his belt. He's got easily 10 to 15 more wins. And in the beginning of 2025, he's got himself the ride that he earned, not that he got through Granddaddy.
Okay.
Correct.
So that's all right. That's my take on good old Ty Gibbs. Moving right along. Any other news and notes, or can we talk about racing now?
Let's talk about some racing.
All right. Well, there was a truck race.
Yep.
It was at Worldwide, or according to the crawler, Wide World Technology Speedway, because whoever works at Fox wasn't paying attention. And fresh off his stint on the Lost Boys, Cory Heim took the win in the KBM 51 truck. Interesting. I only saw a little bit of the race, so you guys are gonna weigh heavy on this. What was it that put Cory Heim in that position?
Probably say, I would say pretty much luck at the end. And the last restart, and this was on like the overtime finish where, Chandler Smith was going to try and take that lane on the inside. And then, of course, Cory Heim tried to block. That was the part where I thought, okay, Chandler's going to take out his teammate and then Chandler's going to win the race. But the real moment was Christian Eckes was leading, and then I think the caution came out, I think with like 5 laps to go. And I think there was like a few races now where Eckes was leading, and then that costly caution comes out, and then the 98 doesn't end up winning the race. But I would say at a particular, I thought the truck race was interesting to watch. There were some guys that kind of got loose on the bottom, and then, it was almost like dirt tracking almost. But then yet again, for a guy that has the second win of the season and the fact that he's driving a part-time schedule, I mean, I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me, if Heim goes full-time in the truck series, hopefully next year. But all in all, I thought this was a good race.
Yeah, you'd have to say, and I agree with you on that. You have to say that it would be nice to see him get a full-time run, especially how he's performed this year. But the way the truck series has been moving and shaking in the last couple of years, it may be more difficult for him to get a full-time run. Would you say?
Yeah.
All right.
That.
Who else? Well, I know Cory watched the race. Who else watched this?
Of course, I'm at work, bro. Sorry.
I know. I dare not ask you those questions.
You can't even get it right.
I seen a little bit
in English, sir.
I seen a little bit of the Xfinity. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I was busy working this past weekend.
Oh, you're fired. Anyway. All right. Well, we may as well go through this one as quick as we can. As we mentioned, Corey Heim comes in first. Christian Eckes, second week in a row with the lead and loses it at the end. Comes in second this time. Chandler Smith was third. Stuart Friesen fourth. Johnny Sauter came home in fifth. Matty D came home in sixth. Derek Kraus seventh. Ben Rhodes eighth. Zane Smith ninth. And Chase Purdy rounded out your top 10. Your other notables, Matt Crafton was 12th. Haley Deegan, 15th. That's a good run for her. We're not going to mention 18th because he has the dumbest name in NASCAR. So
thank you.
Carson Osenbar, 24th. Austin Wayne Self, 26th. Grant Enfinger, 28th. Tanner Gray, 30th. Ty Majeski, 32nd. Brennan Poole, 34th. John Hunter Nemechek, 35th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod position was Taylor Gray. You know what? I think for a different kind of loop here, I'm going to start with Jordan. Give me your happy and sad from the truck race.
Well, my happy would have to be, I'm going to give it to Corey Heim. Go out there, showed you got what it takes, you win. And my sad, honestly, Carson Hocefer, another tough week. Sucks that he got injured. He will be back. And also, I want to say congratulations to Austin Wayne Self. He's skipping the race this weekend as his wife is expected to give birth this weekend. So shout out to Austin Wayne Smith, who will not be racing this weekend. The team has to withdraw this weekend.
And I hope it's a boy or a girl, because I don't want it to be born any one of the other 37 genders. All right, Cory, you're up. Happy or sad?
All righty, so my happy is probably going to be the same thing, and then my sad on this one, I'm going to go with John Hunter Nemechek. I thought he was going to be a guy that was going to contend for the win, and then, of course, he ends up getting wrecked in the second stage, and then, of course, is out of the race because of the damaged vehicle policy. But, yeah, disappointing run
policy.
For him.
Yeah, I get it.
That's all I got to say about that.
All right, we're going to let the medium show be the main event because I'm going to go next. My happy is going to go to Matt DiBenedetto, 6th place finish. Had a good truck underneath him, really decent at road courses, and comes home in the top 10. My sad, this one's going to be weird. My sad's going to go to Christian Eckes, second week in a row, in a position to win, and he doesn't. So we've had him on the show. He's a hell of a guy, Christian.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming, bro. It's coming.
Yeah, it is.
No worries, no shame. Now let's go to the world's strongest chef, Tory Henry.
Mark Henry?
And,
chef. Oh, Tory.
Tory Henry.
You guys are hilarious. My happy would be, to my knowledge, Haley was not involved in the crash, of course.
Yep.
My sad would probably be, I have to probably back you because I hear you every week saying how what's his name? Christian Eckes.
Christian Eckes.
Yeah, he keeps coming closer and closer, and I hear that every week, and it's always something. So yeah, that has to be my sad.
All right, fair enough. We're gonna move to Portland. We just talked about it at length. And wow, for a guy who spun out 4 times, was off the track 4 times, and when it comes to the road course, man, you cannot count out the dinger, man. AJ Allmendinger, and somewhere in Hawaii, our man Mark Azarju was smiling because that's his Xfinity guy, AJ Allmendinger. Again, rain, terribleness, spinning, crashing, bumping, rubbing, not everything you expected at the Portland road course, but it gave the people something to say. The Xfinity race, other than us, and I try to tell people all the time, on any given weekend, the Xfinity race is the most exciting race of the weekend. This kind of proved it to me. Starting with Cory, what did you think?
So I thought, it was a fun race, and of course, we were on a wet surface, and I will say, for a guy that started in the back, came back from a lap down to win the race, I thought was impressive. But then yet again, you just can't count out AJ Allmendinger when it comes to road courses. I mean, because this guy can pretty much win almost at any road course there is. The race overall I thought was great, and especially the fact going to a new track, which of course Xfinity's never raced at before, I thought was fun. But it almost looked like as if, we were running a race at Martinsville where everybody was all where let's just say there wasn't any clean car that was out on the racetrack. I mean, heck, I mentioned this earlier. Jay Buford was running in second with a heavily damaged race car. Who does that? But
Buford, to answer your question.
Exactly. But my favorite moment was when the starts and restarts, and when they were going down that first corner, I said to myself, if someone makes that first corner and makes it stick, they're going to be pretty lucky. But then everybody else, they're just going to have to argue over space. And then whoever misses the corner, has to do that stop and go. And then, of course, everyone's all jockeying for position. And then next thing, somebody crashes. And, yeah, it was just a whole mess and everything. And speaking of Ty Gibbs, he got spun out by Jesse Iwuji coming to the caution. And then they parked Jesse for 2 laps for that.
Garbage. All garbage.
Yeah.
All garbage. In fact,
but all in all, I thought the race was good. So the fun race, and anytime, and I'm going to leave this off for you. Anytime an Xfinity series goes to a road course, it's fun to watch, and that's where I'm leaving it off from there. Chris, take it away.
Absolutely, 1,000%. And I got to give it to Mike Martin, who is a fan of the show. When that happened, he immediately said, "I don't know who's in 34, but that just became my favorite Xfinity driver." So, Mike Martin, welcome to the Jesse Iwuji family.
And on top of that, Noah Gregson ordered $50 worth of Jesse Iwuji merchandise.
Yes, I saw that.
Saturday.
Oh, wow.
He didn't send any to me, that mullet-wearing schmuck. Anywho, moving right along. When it comes to this race, and again, we talked about the rain with Darren while he was here. I just think NASCAR is having bad luck because last year with the rain and the crash between Custer and Truex, and now this year with all of the drama and all of the carnage, it almost seems as if they never get light rain. They always get Noah's Ark rain.
Yeah.
Is it time for NASCAR to pull the plug on the rain tires at the road course? I'm with you.
I would say, yeah, I would definitely say no because they, yet again, you have some guys that have a lot of experience when it comes to racing in the rain. And then there's a few guys that are inexperienced that have never done it before. I mean, heck, AJ Allmendinger, he's raced in the rain many times before, and he was pretty much okay with it, except the fact that, he was off the course, a couple times. But I would pretty much just say that, as long as you got the wipers, the brake lights and everything, I mean, you should be fine. But, it's just the only main problem about it is just pretty much visibility. That's the only thing that's kind of the main problem with that. But other than that,
Thank you, Jeff.
I wouldn't say, we wouldn't pull the plug or whatever.
Jeff is who helped me get set up with Darren. He's for Cheap Pass. He's in marketing for Cheap Pass, and that was a 38 car over the weekend.
Send me some gear.
Yeah.
I want
I'm
T-shirts.
going
I
to-
want hats. I want a Sunday. Oh wait, that's a different movie. I just want T-shirts and hats. You can see I like T-shirts and
So-
hats.
I'm going to jump back on what you said, Corey. If
Yeah.
Formula One guys can do it, IndyCar guys can do it, sports car guys can do it, NASCAR drivers can do it too.
Exactly.
I got to
Pitch
stop
and
you,
race.
Jordan. The tire.
Chris?
Again, I'm stealing a line from Days of Thunder. The
Mm.
cars weigh twice as much and the tires are half as wide. The reason that the IndyCar and the F1 guys can do it is because the cars are light, the tires are bigger, and they have more grip. If there's a way that NASCAR can find a way, see what we can do. I love you, Jeff. You just became my spirit animal. If NASCAR can find a way to make a really good balance between weight and tire width, this could work. But again, it's like when I drove in the rain the other day, and I drive half the week in my personal car and half the week in a truck. I have to find a balance. What can I do to control this car? Now, picture that at $120,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I'm doing it at 45, 50 miles an hour. It's not the same.
You know,
Go
if
ahead.
NASCAR decided to switch to Firestone as their tire supplier, Firestone knows how to produce
Mm.
proper rain tires for racing in the rain, unlike Goodyear. Michelin does it. Pirelli does it for F1. It can be done. They just got to get the proper tire to. You know what? Wi-Fi Jones over here. But
My
I'm
man
just gonna
said
shut up
Michelin out loud. He said that out loud.
Yeah. Well,
about
I mean,
How about Hoosier?
well, we
Yes, it
did.
is.
Hoosier
yeah.
was in the sport for a couple
Oh,
of
and
years, and of course,
Continental tires.
yeah.
Okay, so let's just sell this right now. In our own
Jesus,
personal
Tori.
opinion. Oh no. Who you guys think is the best manufacturer of wet tires? Go.
I would say Goodyear. And look, and as soon as I said
Yeah,
that,
I'd
Jeff's
say
comment
Goodyear,
comes
too.
up. Goodyear,
I'm with you.
absolutely.
I'm with you. Okay then.
But my question then, on top of your question, is, Goodyear on a passenger car, #1 rain tire in the business, bar none. There is no better. Why can't they figure out how to do it for a NASCAR stock car? Because right now, all we're seeing is wreckage and
You doing the
carnage.
Hulk Hogan over there?
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so like, who's the primary manufacturer of NASCAR wet tires?
Goodyear, they're the only manufacturer. The Hoosier
Are you
got
serious?
pushed
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Hoosier got
Okay,
pushed
well-
out in the early '90s, and there's been no one else.
Yeah.
All right, well,
This is from Darren. I've raced all tires you've mentioned. The Goodyear rain tire is the best of them all.
There you go, from a guy
There
who's
it
been
is.
out there.
so
I
Grilling it.
but nah, man,
Shut up.
I was actually gonna drop in there like, yo, you guys are the best. It's just reminding me of old Eggo Waffles commercial. When they brought out like Eggo waffle syrup, and the chairman is sitting there like, and we just not thought of this, But I don't know, man. Who knows? They might actually be working on something, but unlike I'm gonna keep riding this until it's over with. But unlike the next gen cars, they're actually doing the proper tests to make sure these tires are right. Hey, I can't help it, man. I don't care.
No, I'm going to agree with Jeff. When Jordan comes back, he'll put the comment on the screen. Need updates to the car. Low CG, wider track, wider tires. Look at the NASCAR Euro Series. Jeff, you are the king.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. See? I told you. Jeff was our guy. I told you. But anyway, going back to the race, way too much carnage, way too much silliness. And to have Darren here to tell us what it was like to be out there and to be wheeling in the rain. And I guess the one thing for me is they have the blinking light in the rain.
Yeah.
I think, for a rain car, and I know I'm stealing a line from the Dale Jr. download I just listened to today. Part 2, by the way, of the Jeremy Mayfield interview. Cory and I will cover that later this week. But one of I don't know if it was Dale Jr. or if it was one of the hosts said, instead of just the blinking red light, how about caution lights on the back of your car, letting you know, hey, I'm having trouble and I'm trying to move to the side, or I'm broke down, or I'm in a crash or whatever, so you don't barrel ass into the guy in front of you.
Right.
I'm surprised that isn't a feature or has not been a feature on those cars.
I would agree. That's a great point. It should be.
It's a car.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So let me get this straight real quick. Out of all the decades of NASCAR, none of those cars ever had hazard lights, like letting you know that there's something wrong.
Only drop in the net. There's never been in my, oh my God, here we go. I'm aging myself. Since 1983, since 1983, when I started watching NASCAR, there's never been lights on a car. Of course, we've never driven in the rain before until the last couple years. So there has to be some sort of safety implemented going forward that is going to help these guys avoid some of the wrecks. Like I know I keep pointing at it, but Truex and Custer last year, or some of the stuff we saw this weekend in Portland. There has to be something that NASCAR can do to make this better. And I'm going to step away for just a second. I need 45 seconds, so you guys talk amongst yourselves about safety features. I shall be right back.
All right. Yo, man, that goes back to the Eggo waffles thing, bro. Are you serious?
Something like that. But, I mean, well, we did have – okay, so Terry says, do you want blinkers as well? Not being a smart ass. I see blinking lights. Yeah. What do you want? I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind having blinking lights on a race car. I mean, I think that would be another good feature as well. I mean, it would be somewhat of a half-ass feature, but I think it'd be, you know, as like part of safety, whatever it is, and so forth. But going back to tires, right? We did have, you know, Hoosier in the sport for a couple of years, and then Hoosier backed out. You want to know how many employees there was at Hoosier comparing to Goodyear? Hoosier had 16 people. 16. Not 16,000. 16. 1-6. Comparing to Goodyear, you have like about like 1,000, you know, 300 workers, whatever it is, and so forth. But, I mean, honestly, I would be interested to see, you know, if another tire company comes in. But I think Goodyear's just here to stay no matter what.
Yeah, they're grandfathered in.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, by the way, Tori, I did text my friend. I told him, I said, let me know like what day you going down to the restaurant, and then see if you could try and meet them, and then because what I was thinking is see if you can try and meet them and get a picture of them, and then you can send me a picture and I'll post it up on Speedway.
Cool, bro.
Okay, so guys, so Darren said an experience. The blink on the back of the car can only be seen from 4 to 5 car lengths back.
Yeah. All right, I agree on his point.
But you know what? I thought it was pretty cool, honestly. So they know it's like it was pouring in, they can see the driver in front of them. F1 has it, IndyCar has it. So
yeah, I mean,
sports car has it. So it's smart to do that.
Right, and the one rain race that I remember is, do you remember when NASCAR went to Canada in 2008 when they raced in like the heavy downpour rain that year? And there was one part where, there was one part where, you know, drivers couldn't even see it all, and then they were running to the back of each other, and that was at the point where it was like, okay, it was fun until this happened, and then shit just broke loose from there. So that was That I thought was pretty cool, and quite honestly, I'm hoping. Hey, Chris is alive finally.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Where's your other friend?
He doesn't work here anymore.
What? Well, you know, Cletus don't work here no more.
Did you see this past weekend's race? We'll talk about it in a minute.
All right.
There's no need for Cletus to show up.
Oh man, I wanted to see him.
Uh-oh.
He'll start an OnlyFans just for you. Don't worry about it.
Oh God.
Yeah. If he starts an OnlyFans, consider me not buying.
You'll be the one subscriber. I see Terry's comment.
I'm looking. No, Cletus uncut.
Anyway, I'm looking at Terry's comment. I know you had it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Do you want blinkers as well? Not being a smartass, I see the blinking light, but what more do you want? And I think, as we all talked about, there has to be some sort of further safety implementation because, again, NASCAR's had bad luck since starting the road tire and the wiper implementation, the blinking red light, to where that's not enough. And if we're going to run in the rain, we have to have more safety so we're not getting carnage. So the simple answer to her question is the only person that really needs blinkers is BJ McLeod. Past that, I do think there needs to be more so we can avoid a lot of the wreckage and the carnage and the teams having, all of this unnecessary repair work.
Right.
All right, so let's get to the brass tacks of this. AJ Allmendinger was first, Myatt Snyder second, Austin Hill was third, Josh Berry fourth, Justin Allgaier came home in fifth. Daniel Hemrick was sixth, Ty Gibbs, who Tori hates, was in seventh, JJ Yaley eighth, Noah Gragson ninth, and Alex LeBay rounds out your top 10. Your other notables, Brandon Jones was 11th, Brandon Brown was 12th, Jade Buford was 14th, Ryan Sieg 16th. Going down the list, Brett Moffitt was 20th. Josh Williams, our boy, was 22nd. We got a lot of friends on these series now. It's beautiful. Jesse Iwuji, our friend, was 26th. Cory, you remember this name? Spencer Pumpelly was 29th.
Never heard of it until now.
No, it was a year ago when he was in a race, and you texted me and goes, what the hell is a Spencer Pumpelly?
Something like that.
Anthony Alfredo, the Chicken Man, was 31st. Sheldon Creed was 32nd. Jeb, with a hard B, Jeb. Burton was 33rd. Oh, my Lord. Riley Herbst, 35th. Our boy Darren Dilley was 37th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod position, unfortunately, Sam Mayer. So we're going to start with Cory this time. Give me a happiness dad for the Xfinity Series.
So my happy, I'm going to go with Myatt Snyder, who ended up finishing runner-up. And quite honestly, he was another one that, has run good in the road races before. And, of course, he did drive in the NASCAR Euro Series for a little while. And to bring it home for a runner-up place finish for Jordan Anderson, that was a good run for that team. And my sad for the week, I'm going to have to go with Sam Mayer. I mean, he started fourth, and then he got caught up in that crash in the first stage, and yeah, he was going to be a one that I thought was going to get a top 5, and then, of course, Wreck took him out.
Hey, it's black versus
Saturday.
black.
It's what now?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Who?
What?
My mom? Bob Backlund.
Yes, Bob Backlund.
The answer is always Bob Backlund.
Exactly.
All right.
You got me hooked on that name, by the way.
As well you should. Hey, you know what? Cory, at the SRX race in July
2nd,
I'm going to bring you my copy of Bob Backlund's book, so you'll have from the 2nd until New Hampshire on the 17th to finish the book.
Oh.
And then I can get you on the phone with Bob Backlund and tell him what you thought about the book.
All right.
All right, good. Done and done. Jordan, give me a happy and sad. Yeah, Bob Backlund.
Can we get Bob Backlund?
No, listen to me. I know Bob Backlund. I have an autographed copy of his book. I'll send you the lead page. I have Bob Backlund's home phone number. I want Cory to read his book and then talk to Bob Backlund.
Oh, nice. But
maybe
I'm happy.
Someday on Nothing But Talk, I will talk Bob into doing the show.
That sounds good. So my my boy AJ Allmendinger. You keep doing your thing, man. Been a fan of that boy since I've been a fan of AJ Allmendinger since Camp Car days.
Since last year.
Back.
I had to do it, Jordan. I'm
since
sorry.
Last week.
No, since it's
I'm sorry, Jordan.
It's all good, brother. But my sad has to be. My sad this week, I gotta go with Jesse Iwuji, 26th position. But probably for spinning out that Gibbs.
All right. Tori, we gotta make it quick. We're 23 minutes from Jordan's whooping. We gotta do this.
All right. 15 seconds. Happy Ty finished top 10. Stat, he didn't win. That's it.
All right. Gonna sound strange. My happy's gonna go to Darren Dilley. First ever Xfinity race. I don't care that he finished 37th. What a fantastic day. We just talked to him a little while ago. What a fantastic day. And again, a lifetime of memories. And hopefully it'll translate into more opportunities on the top 3 series. My sad's going to go to Anthony Alfredo. Every time that boy runs well, either trouble finds him or he finds trouble, comes home in 31st, and not the best day for the Chicken Man. So we move along. Worldwide Technology Raceway, and Joey Logano comes home with the win. But I have to ask, is Chase and Denny right, or is Ross Chastain right?
Ooh, that's $1 million question.
You know, it is, but I have an easy answer. Robin's son is racing.
Bingo. If you, especially when it comes down to guys like Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin, who are notorious for the bump and run, moving somebody out of their way. And Chase Elliott didn't make any friends with me, just as I was starting to respect him again, getting in front of the one and slowing down and trying to do the thing he did with Harvick a year ago. You know, Chase, if you can't be a man, get the hell out of the car.
Yeah.
Rotten twat. Anyway, moving right along. I saw nothing wrong, and I like the fact that in the post-race, Ross took responsibility, which we don't get a lot in NASCAR anymore. He said, I overdrove this turn, and the thing with Denny, I overdrove the turn. With Chase, it was just a matter of battling for position. I didn't mean to hit him, da-da-da-da. Whether he's lying, whether he's not, I don't care. He took responsibility. You're never going to see Kyle Busch take responsibility. So, to me, Ross Chastain just moved up the ladder one more step.
I'd take that.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Tori.
I'd take that. Yep.
But then what about the part where like Hamlin tried to run down Ross on the apron? What did you think about that?
Here we go. Here we go with Cory with his.
No, that's a great question, Cory.
Theory.
No, that's a great question. He didn't wreck him. He pushed him down. He thought he could take the momentum away from the one, and it didn't work. So, you Hamlin may F off.
Yep.
You lost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you suck. I'm saying you made a move that you thought was going to be getting in his head, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But that's a great question. That was fantastic.
Or you do realize I was fucking with you, right?
No, you weren't.
I know. Everybody fucks with me all the time. So it's
No,
all good.
you weren't. No, you were not.
Yeah.
I hear Nicole's answer does too. Banana.
Wait. Hold up. Wait. What happened? We talking about Nicole now?
Hey, leave Nicole out of this. Did anybody read Darren's comment from the private chat? Speaking from recent experience, the blinking red light on the back of the car can only be seen from about 4 to 5 car lengths from the back. That's from experience. It's not from any of us sitting on a couch. Good on. You know what, Mr. D? You win.
Yeah, he wins. For sure.
Amen to that. So as far as the Cup Series first foray into WWT, I thought the race was fantastic. I really did, and I can't wait to see more. I think a lot of the guys were a little bit trepid in going in and running full bore, although there were some that, like Ross Chastain, like Joey Logano, like the Busch brothers, that ran that track as if they'd been running it all their lives. So it made for an exciting race.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. And the fact that, I would say the race in St. Louis, which I call it, I thought the race was pretty exciting. And there were a couple of 3 wide moves and some of them, 4 wide moves, which I thought were
there was
fun
at one point, Cory, and I'm sorry to step on you, where on a restart, they go into 1 and they come out. And as they're coming out of 2, you saw 4 wide and then someone would slide to the bottom. And it was almost, they didn't get quite push. It almost looked like 5 wide. And you're like, oh my God, somebody's going to die.
Something like that. But But I would pretty much just say that I would say the race in particular, like it was almost like, watching the race in New Hampshire almost because, with the straightaways and whatnot. And
Yeah, it's a flat track.
Yeah, and there was that one camera angle, like where they're seeing the cars like coming towards like the start finish line. You almost thought it was New Hampshire. Then as it's pulling back, you see Enjoy Illinois. Like, oh wait, we're in Illinois. Never mind. But
now you're making me want to be in New Hampshire in a month and a half.
Exactly. But you want to know what I thought was pretty good about this weekend.
Free beer.
You wish, but did you see the amount of people that were there on Sunday?
Oh my God, it was packed.
I gotta say this right now. I kind of thought about this a few days ago. St. Louis, and Worldwide Technology, they did their homework because if you remember back in 2011 when the Cup Series had their very first race in Kentucky and everybody was trying to get to the race, there were some people that didn't even get to the race and they were sitting in traffic for like 4 to 5 hours. And you talk about embarrassment. I mean, I honestly would just say, Bruton Smith and Kentucky should just basically be embarrassed, that first race because, they didn't have a traffic plan and they didn't have anything like to prepare, for the Cup race. But we saw this past weekend, with St. Louis, they did their homework, they had a traffic plan and set. They had everything good to go. They got a lot of people in the racetrack. And I thought that was awesome. And I'm going to put this as they're happy. I think St. Louis did a really good job getting a lot of people into the racetrack and having a lot of people in the stands. And the fact that it was a sold out event, I thought that was awesome.
You're right. And, we've often talked about it, Cory, you and I, since 2017 when we started this, is that, whenever the Cup Series or the Xfinity Series, any one of the top three goes to someplace new, it's always exciting. We just talked about Portland.
Yeah.
Exciting. It's the thrill of the unknown, if you will, where
right.
It's like watching a horror movie. You there's going to be someone who's going to get their freaking head cut off, but you don't know when.
You just don't know how.
Yeah. See, thank you, Tori. It's not so much how we're going to get there. It's when is it going to happen? New racetracks, new venues, always a great thing.
And also,
okay.
And also, not to mention, you did have a couple guys in the field, that have won at Gateway or St. Louis before, whether in the Xfinity Series or in the Truck Series. And one guy that I could pretty much think of, is pretty much Kevin Harvick, which of course he got his first career win in the Xfinity Series back in 2000 when he was driving for Richard Childress, and then the last time he won there was in 2010 when he won in the Truck Series for his own team.
Yep, and thank you for taking away my sad, asshole.
I didn't take him as your sad. Don't worry.
No, you just kind of ruined what I was going to say. Jordan, any thoughts about WWT before I go through the running order and do the points?
Jordan,
You alive?
Jordan,
You alive? Is he scared? Straight?
I like Gateway. Why don't they race the Cup race under the lights next year? I
could see that.
Because IndyCar races under the lights, puts on a fantastic show. Trucks race under the lights, puts on a fantastic show. Why not let the Cup cars turn loose under the lights at Gateway next year? I mean, hell, Kenny Wallace had a damn good time over the weekend. Kenny Wallace was loving it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
By the way, how funny was Kenny Wallace in the booth? Fantastic.
He was hilarious.
It was fun to watch. God. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
But you did you guys see Did you guys see my message? Why couldn't they get the good Wallace brother?
I did. Yeah, I saw that. And honestly, I think it would have been pretty cool if you had all three of the Wallace brothers in the booth. I mean, Kenny, Mike, and Rusty. I think those guys would have been fantastic. I mean, hey, there was an Xfinity race in 2005 that was called, what was it? The Wallace Family
the Wallace family, 350.
And it was funny because all three of the Wallace brothers were racing in that race. I remember Rusty crashed, and then I think Kenny crashed out, and then Mike Wallace almost won the race that night, but he ended up finishing second to Reed Sorensen.
Cory, you may get your wish because I am currently talking to Rusty Wallace's PR, and I reached out to Kenny Wallace. It's a possibility we're going to have both Kenny and Rusty on the Speedway review by the end of the year.
Chris is going to love you forever if we get Rusty Wallace on the show.
I think he just died.
Yeah, he probably just died and went to heaven at that
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to repeat that in English. Did you just say you're trying? Did you just say you're trying to get Rusty Wallace on the show?
Yes,
Yep,
he did.
and
So he's trying to get
Yeah, he
Rusty
did.
Wallace.
No joke.
The legend, ladies and gentlemen.
The 1989 Cup Series champion.
Yes,
My first favorite NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
And still top of the charts. And Terry's right. I do want Matty D as well. Gotta work on that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We have 12 minutes until Jordan gets a whooping, so let's do this.
right.
Joey Logano comes home in first. Kyle Busch comes home second. Kurt Busch comes home in third. Ryan Blaney fourth, and Eric Almirola comes home fifth. Martin Truex sixth, Eric Jones seventh, Ross Chastain eighth, Christopher Bell ninth, and AJ Allmendinger rounds out your top 10. Your other notables. The other cancer patient, Austin Cindric, accidentally came home in 11th. Kyle Larson was 12th. Austin Dillon was 15th. Kyler Reddick was 16th. William Byron 19th. Brad Keselowski 20th. Chase Elliott 21st. Daniel Suarez 23rd. Bubba Wallace, living up to that hype, comes home in 26th. Josh Bilicki 28th. I only said his name because I like saying his name. Parker Kligerman 31st. Kevin Harvick 33rd. Denny Hamlin 34th. Cody Ware.
Where?
In the rear.
35th, and in the BJ McLeod position was Cory LaJoie in 36th. By the way, BJ McLeod came home in 30th, so we may have to switch it to the Cory LaJoie position.
And we may have BJ McLeod on the Speedway review too at some point.
Make sure I'm off. Make sure I'm off that week. I'll make every joke in the book. I'll go first. My happy Joey Logano because he got me some points. But for the first race at this track for these drivers, fantastic for Joey Logano. My sad Kevin Harvick, top 5, blows a tire, breaks stuff, hits the wall, and day is over for Kevin. So, that's my happy and sad. Tori, you're next.
Actually, I did not watch this or call any highlights, so I have nothing to say. I'm just sitting waiting.
I yelled at Chris. Did you hear me? No, I'm sorry. The that's a running joke in the house. Cody Ware.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Props to my sister.
Speaking of Ware, Carson Ware has been reinstated by NASCAR.
Okay.
I
good.
saw that. Yeah.
All right. Who wants
important.
next on Happy and Sad? Cory or Bellasico?
I'll do it.
Cory.
All right. I'm going to do this real quick. So, my happy, I'm going to go with Eric Almirola. Great job for him, top 5. And my sad, I'm going to have to go with Denny Hamlin.
All right. Jordan.
My happy, top 10 finish for AJ Allmendinger. My sad, well, I'm going to give it to your boy Kevin Harvick. 33rd. Not supposed to be there.
All right. Fair enough. Now, if I have to give a happy and sad on the fantasy side, I'm going to give my happy to Tori, who continues his reign at the top. And my sad is going to go to Cory, who dropped 28 points to the leader, as if you needed to drop any more points. But here we go. I'm going to go from first to worst. I'm not giving you guys a choice this week because we're 9 minutes away from Jordan catching himself a whooping. So, Tori, your team this week. Kyle Larson got you 32 points. Chase Elliott got you 18. Eric Almirola brought home 43 points. And Cole Custer brought home 11 for a total of 104. Your weekly running total to this point is 1,507. You still lead the pack. I had the second highest total of the week, and I still dropped points. Kevin Harvick got me a whopping 4 points. Joey Logano winning the race got me 44. Tyler Reddick, 29, and Daniel Suarez, 18 for a total of 95. My running total is 1,377. I'm 130 behind the leader, and I dropped 9 points this week. And that's twice. I gained 75 points 1 week. I've dropped a grand total of 36 points in 2 weeks. This is garbage. Cory, you had the lowest point total this week. Justin Haley got you 23 points, William Byron 18, Austin Dillon 22, and Chase Briscoe 13. for a weekly total this week of 76 points. Your running total is 1305. You are 202 behind the leader, and you drop 28 points for the week. Jordan,
Damn.
I don't know how you did it. You scored ahead of Cory, even though I'm about to say the following words. Cory LaJoy got you 1 point. Brad Keselowski got you 17, Ross Chastain 35, and Eric Jones 32. This week you scored 85 points. Your running total is 1,289. You are 218 points behind Cory. You dropped 19 points this week. And this week we go to Sonoma. It's going to be a fantastic weekend of road course racing.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the road courses. I don't care what series we're talking about. Love me some road course. And if you'll give me a second, I want to go back to the NASCAR app real quick.
Yeah.
So
dangerous when you get Wi-Fi Jones a second.
Yeah, I know. Wi-Fi Jones. It's been spotty tonight. So we have the Truck Series at Sonoma Saturday night at 7:30, and the Cup Series Sunday afternoon at 4. The Xfinity Series is off this week.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 races to talk about this week. But if I could go around the room, a truck off the top of your head, truck winner, Cup winner, starting with Tory, go.
Cup winner, I'm gonna go on a long shot. Cole Custer. Truck winner, Haley Deegan.
Wow. Talk about long shot Jones. Stat Boy, you're next. Winner on both series in Sonoma this weekend.
All right, so Truck Series on Saturday, I'm going to go with momentum on the road courses. I'm going to go with Zane Smith. And the Cup Series on Sunday, this one was a little bit hard to choose, but I'm going to go with the Dinger.
Okay. Jordan.
Cindric and Deegan.
Oh, my God.
Well, no, Cindric is really good on the road courses.
That he is.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
I think Deegan could win as well. Hopefully, she's got wins coming. I've stated it before, and I've stated it again. DGR needs to stop focusing on number 17 part-timers and focus on the number 1 that's full-time. Thank you. I've said my dues.
Fair enough. All right, so on the Truck Series, I'm going to go really, really off the cuff. I'm going to go with Ben Rhodes. I don't know why. I just have a good feeling about Ben Rhodes this weekend. On the Cup Series, I know somewhere deep dark in his shanty, he's cheering right now. Cletus is over the moon. I'm going with Chase Elliott right now, current king of the road course. He's had not the best season so far, but that's what it is.
And hopefully he can tie Jeff Gordon's record hopefully soon. So.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
That's not but he did.
But can I just give one little statistic real quick? So
sure,
this is the first time the Truck Series is going to be racing at Sonoma since 1998, and I'm going to give you the list of winners as we speak. 1995, Ron Hornaday won the very first race at Sonoma. 1996, it was Dave Rezendes. 1997 was Joe Ruttman, and Boris Said, the guy that almost looks like Sammy Hagar, won the last race at Sonoma back in October of 1998.
Wow, Boris Said. You remembered the Sammy Hagar story. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, so other than that, the truck's racing at Sonoma this weekend. It should be fun, and I'm actually excited that they're going back there too. So.
All right. Well, since I have 2 wrestling fans and Cory here, we sign out in 4 minutes. I want one word. One word to describe Cody Rhodes, starting with Jordan.
Legend.
Okay. Cory.
Did not watch Hell in a Cell because Peacock was being a bitch, so I decided to cook food.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
Please. No. He's the American Dream's son, man. Come on.
I got one word. Tough.
Yes. Very. Beyond.
Oh my God. I can't describe to you. I don't know how much pain he was in, I know the pain I was in watching him. Tough.
Hey, yo, he was on that Triple H level of finishing the match.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000%.
But so August 3rd, I just got much more happier. If you guys didn't notice, All Elite Wrestling is finally coming to C-Bus. Yeah, but
They're coming here in July, and I'm debating on whether I should actually go.
What day in
is
July?
it Rampage?
I
or
don't know.
Dynamite?
Okay.
I don't know. It's Dynamite. It's a Wednesday night. You know what that means. It's
Okay.
Speedway review night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
And
hey,
so-
you guys. In case you guys
Sorry.
didn't hear me. Oh no, you get it, brother. This is about you. I know Jordan pretty much pissed the bed when he found out that I told him that Austin Centric is having his own reality show.
No kidding.
No, it's Austin Dillon, not Austin Centric.
Yeah, it's Austin.
I thought it was Austin Centric, bro.
No, it wasn't
Nah.
Cindric. No. Dude, Austin Cindric's the 6 foot tall dude, the bald head. Come on.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
If you see a guy that's 6 foot tall and that's bald, yeah, that's Cindric.
Oh,
Okay.
Austin Dillon's the one with the weird haircut. Yeah, that's him.
Austin
Alright,
Cindric.
so-
Austin Cindric is the one that weighs 7 more pounds than Jordan.
Yeah. Anyways,
So before
Cory.
this is my final thought. This was an awesome show. I had fun, and Word of Honor podcast for the first time ever is launching its very own series. It will be called the Summer of Dirt series,
ooh,
featuring drivers from late model, sprint cars. I already have one sprint car driver signed up. His name is Tony Roast. He is a local driver in a state, and he has a small series. He will be on the show. We are in the process of getting Keely Bryson, who competed in a Chili Bowl, person who won the Super Bowl. I mean, the Chili Bowl, and then many more to come, including Rico Abreu. So stay tuned. for those announcements coming
Rico
soon.
Abreu.
But this has been fun. Next week we have ARCA Menard Series driver Ryan Gillette on the Speedway review, and coming up, and he's a ARCA driver. And then coming up possibly on July 21st for Motorsport Race, not Motorsport Race, good Lord. Word of Auto
Speedway.
Racing podcast is Howie Disavento III. He's an Xfinity and Truck Series driver, so stay tuned for that. More announcements. Good night, everybody, and I'll see y'all next week.
Y'all be
All
good.
right.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Go C's.